Hey, so it's the conclusion of week 6 here in Paris. I did not make a video last week. I was too busy going to the airport to pick up my friends Mathieu, his sister Isabelle, and their friend Caroline. They were here visiting from Canada. It was their first time in Paris, and they weren't familiar with the subway systems or public transportation, so I went to meet them at the airport and get them all the way back to where they were staying. And I was so happy they were here. We had a good time. So that was all of this last week, which was week 6. So let's go back though. Let's discuss what happened in week 5 that I didn't make a video for. I have a list here, so I'm reading from the list to make sure I cover everything. First, the thing with the Marriott. So with the Marriott, I wrote the nasty letter about all the money that my company is spending to house me here at the Marriott Hotel for almost 2 months now. That I'm reaching platinum membership, that this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. So first, I found out that the way that the memberships work, the reward levels memberships, whatever member level you're at on the first of the year, that's the member level you're at for the entire year. So I was silver when I got here, and despite the fact, that I've acquired enough days now to be a platinum member, I'm not actually platinum until January 1st of next year, and then I'll be platinum for all of that year. So I don't get any of those platinum member benefits until next year. If I actually am staying in hotels and still traveling that much next year, I'll be able to experience those platinum level benefits, which include, of course, free internet, executive lounge access, and all the other platinum stuff that comes with it. I was just interested in the free internet, and I thought if I went running down, same day and was at my platinum status, I'd be able to get my free internet. But I didn't. But they did remove all the internet charges from the bill for that current period. And then I spoke to the office manager who was aware of my letter and my long-term stay and offered me several different options, 3 different options in order to receive the internet at a reduced rate or in some form of fashion that looked free to me. We ended up going with this one particular way that I'm doing it is basically I'm getting half-price internet. That was the best way for me to be able to expense it back to the company without any sort of weird charges appearing on the bill that didn't look right, and it was just the cheapest way to do it. I really shouldn't be bitching about any of the internet expenses. I'm being reimbursed from EMC for all of them, but still, 20 euros a day for the internet access. I learned to use the internet sparingly, to say the least. I didn't buy the 24-hour package every time, so when I would come home from work, I'd probably wait till 7 or 8 to get a 5-hour internet package, because that would last me until I fell asleep. And yeah, I wasn't buying 24-hour increments, even though the company was paying for it and I, was being reimbursed. So now I do get the internet though for 24 hours for 10 euros, and that's how I'm doing it. So not a full victory, close enough. I made my point. I got some form of satisfaction. I haven't really paid for that much of the internet. EMC hasn't paid for that much of the internet since I've been here. Because the first time I went to pay the bill, they took all the internet charges off. The second time there was only a couple charges. The third time they removed them all, and so this next time there'll be a few charges full, because I waited a week before I gave my answer as to which package I was taking, and now $10 a day for the internet. Okay, so that's the Marriott story. Small victory, I'll take it. Oh, guests in my room. So I don't know if I've told you all, but I rent out my room when I'm not in it. Well, sometimes even when I'm in it. That's why I would stay with Romaine. I rent the room out on a gay bed and breakfast website. And when guests come and stay, I'm not there. They pay me. Tom helps me and gets the room ready. I guess one of the guests went into Javi's room and, kind of freaked him out. So we had a little bit of drama with that, but we got it all worked out. I had to give Javi $300. I had to cancel the last guest and use some of my Marriott rewards points because I was still responsible for finding him suitable accommodations at the same price I was charging him in New York City. So the agreement that we reached with Javi, he was letting these 2 long-term guests stay, these last 2, and the last guy that was only staying for 3 days, I had to find arrangements for. I got him a hotel room at the Marriott using 60,000 of my Marriott reward points, which kind of pisses me off, but I'll get over it. What can I say? I felt bad for Javi, especially if the guy did go in his room. I mean, that's really crappy. But apparently there's been some just, some interesting things that have been going on with the roommates while I've been gone, with the guests and the roommate. Work in week 5 was very well. I was doing well enough, and the project was close enough to closing out that they basically sent everyone else home. The project manager only has to work there 3 days a week, and the engineers don't have to come on site anymore. And the other consultant that they had that was coming on site on a regular basis also no longer had to come. So it was just me by myself. I was by myself in this big, huge room all day long. I'm kind of lonely at work. And then I come back here to the hotel. I'm kind of lonely here at the hotel. I mean, thank God Matthew and Isabel and Caroline came. I was getting kind of lonely between work and play and nobody being around and nobody speaking English and all that stuff. But anyway, the project is coming to a close at work. I get to go back to New York City in the end of September, and just in enough time to pack everything up, put it into storage, and then I'll be coming back here to Germany. Well, back here to Europe, and going to Germany. They have to get special approval to make sure I can actually go to that particular customer's site, though, because that particular customer usually only lets people who speak German work there. But there's another EMC guy that I'll be working with who does speak German, so we're thinking that as a team, since one of us speaks German, they'll let me in. If they don't, then I guess I'll be doing some other work here in Europe somewhere. But I'm excited about Germany. I hope I do get to go. The project's coming to a close, so we had a nice dinner, celebratory dinner, with the customer and with the EMC folks, the account team, the account managers, myself, the Society Generale folks. That's where I've been working, Society Generale. We had a really good time. It was fun. It was a fun evening. I got, I think, the best compliment I could have gotten from the customer, which was, they said, "Oh, well, you did very well, and we think that if you were here sooner, that the project would have closed much sooner, too. So thank you for all your hard work." Nice to hear. It was a good compliment. I was excited. And end of September, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, that's basically all that's happened in week 5 and 6. Aside from Matthew's visit, I had a great time. I was very excited that they were here because it was a chance to hang out with some folks, have some dinner and drinks, and see Paris with some people that I actually cared about and, wanted to hang out with. And I got a little verklempt, a little choked up when they left last night. We were at the Queen Club, which they did not like. I didn't know if they would like it or not. I would hope that they would have liked it. Apparently not. But they were going back home to pack, so I didn't leave the club with them. So we said goodbye at the club. I got all choked up at the club. I had tears in my eyes. I had to go to the bathroom, wash my face a little bit, and then go back out and dance. I mean, I, of course, still had a good time and went back dancing. I was sad that they were leaving. It was nice to have someone here for the week. Other than that, there's not much going on. I'm taking classes, but again, I started classes back up at the University of Phoenix. I took a little break, 3 or 4 weeks, but now I'm back into the classes. I have a paper due today. No, actually, it's due tomorrow. Team paper. But I have all my reading to do and my discussion questions for the week, so I'm finishing that up today. I'm downloading more TV from iTunes than I've ever downloaded since iTunes has existed, I think. I bought so many seasons passes and spent so much money on iTunes. I guess it's okay since I have no real living expenses here right now to spend the money on iTunes. Oh, AT&T. Oof. They sent me a text the other day. I had gone over on my international data plan. I only bought the 50 megabyte plan, and I thought the month had reset and blah, blah, blah. Basic story, though, the short of the story. 50 megabyte plan, I had used 100 megabytes, and my international data roaming charges were going to be over $600, but they backdated it. I think they fixed it. I should get the bill here within 24 hours and see to make sure that they actually backdated it, but now I have the 100 megabyte plan. So my only living expenses really while I'm here are iTunes and my high international data usage / roaming international phone call usage as well. So, whatever. I only have 30 seconds left. It's been a good 2 weeks. I'm almost done. Almost home for a visit. Almost home for a little New York City nightlife and to pack up the apartment. See you guys next week. Bye.